Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Super Mario 64. And I'm a happy camper because I just bought Resident Evil 3. Okay, I just missed that jump up, but I just bought Resident Evil 3 off the PlayStation Store for $1.84. Hell yeah. Now, by the time this video goes up, that sale will be over. But, no, I think this has just turned into bragging at this point. Sorry, my mistake. So, this is one of my least favorite stages in this game. And I don't actually have a lot of stages that I just straight up don't like. But this one I'm not a strong fan of. And it's not a bad stage. Actually, I want to give it credit for something. It's a very unusual stage design. And one of the things that Super Mario 64 did really well is that it kind of broke the mold for the linear Mario or linear platformer stage design, and they kind of had to. I mean, they went to 3D, and you know, the newer system, of course, gave them a lot of room to work with stuff and all. But but you know, it didn't open it up where they could just kind of go so crazy. So they still had to be a little bit creative in keeping everything in small boxes, which is why if you look at a lot of the worlds, they're just kind of giant circles. They're not as expansive, but they pack a lot into those circles, and that's kind of neat if you're looking at it from a programming side. But I don't really like the water mechanics. A lot of people like to talk about Super Mario 64 and how, you know, it's a great game and everything. Let's go down here, and there's my friend. But they like to talk about how the controls don't hold up. And I've got to say, there's a lot of stuff in the controls that don't hold up. Thank you. The game itself, to me, still looks great. It still plays pretty well. But there's a lot of... the character slips and slides a lot on certain things. There's little glitchy parts if you stand too close to an edge. Wait, come back here. Come here. Don't make me chase after you. This is not cool. Really? Okay, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I was on top of it. Where did it go? There. Hold on. Come here. I need you. Come to me. Alright, good. Anyway, so, yeah, that's, the control issue is something that, you know, it's a limitation of the time and of the hardware. They were still figuring a lot of this out. Obviously, since then, they've done a lot better Mario games with a lot better controls, and the controls are a lot tighter. But I've got to say, and at first I thought maybe... I can't believe I missed that. That might just be my bad depth perception. That little incident right there may not be a commentary on the controls. But anyway, you know, I thought that it might just be my nostalgia keeping me from realizing how bad the control was for the game. But the truth is that I don't actually think it's that bad. It's, you know, for the time it was amazing. And then, you know, it just doesn't... It's not as bad to me. Like, I had another conversation recently about tank controls for, like, the old Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, 3, all those, Code Veronica. And other games had those controls, obviously. But, I guess this is a good time as any to plug New Star. Back in the paint. I did a couple of new articles. My first article for Gaming Rebellion is up, and it talks about horror video games and where has all the horror gone is the title. You can just Google that and my name if you don't know how to find the Gaming Rebellion website. I think this is just teaching you how to swim. Okay. But the point is, I also have some more articles that are all going to be kind of Halloween themed coming up in the next couple of days here. Because the other site I write for, Blankman Inc., will be doing their Halloween hubbub, which is usually just a nice little block of, you know, October Halloween themed articles. So the first thing I think I have coming out with that is, of course, a podcast that I did with Psychobilly, where we're talking about the Puppet Master movies. So you should check that out. I don't want to go ahead and do the thing where you collect all 8 rate points. I really think that's boring for you guys. But I'm figuring out where they are, because eventually I'll want to get that one. We're about to get to the point where I can't be too picky about skipping stars. As I've said before, you will not see me get every star on every stage, but I'll be going back and getting a couple of extra ones just to make sure we have enough to progress where, ideally, like I said, each video will be a different stage. I don't know how well that's actually going to work out in, we haven't even started doing the boss fights or anything yet. Alright, I'm trying to remember how you get this guy to come out. I think you just swim next to him a couple times and eventually he comes out of his little hidey hole there, because he's right where I need to go. So this week really has been kind of negative. It's actually not this week. It's the past couple of weeks. I'm sorry. For games. So we'll get some air and I'll explain that. For those of you who don't know what GamerGate is, it's a Google search away. And I'm not here to criticize GamerGate. I actually think that some of the ideas that they put forward are good ones. How to kind of make sure that game journalism and other stuff is kind of keeping checks and balances and all that stuff. However, as with... Did I really just miss that? As with everything else, there's some bad seeds, and I really hope it's not the majority of these people, but I'm afraid it is from what I've seen. The real point I just want to get out here is I don't think that people are centered right on what the issue is here. To me, this really looks like... I forgot the guy's name, and I'm not going to bother looking it up right now. But it seems like a girl cheated on him, which, oh my god, dude, sorry, you're not the first or the last. And then he went to the internet to complain about it. And that really sucks, actually, because, keep your private shit should be your private shit, whatever. So this started all this stuff, and there's a lot more to it that I'm not going to. But the crux of what I'm getting to here is that I'm about to die, because I can't... There we go. Alright, remember what I said about the swimming controls earlier? Alright, anyway, so, I think... Yeah, there we go. So the crux of what I'm getting to here is if you think it's okay to threaten someone, to threaten their life, and their families, and to threaten them with rape... Oh yeah, I forgot if you hit the wrong one. Damn. I would like you to, first of all, never speak to me if you support this. The threats. If you're supporting the threats against people, and if you're supporting the idea that it's okay to do this stuff, wait, how... I took damage. How does getting air refill... Whatever. I'm not gonna complain. But if you do that, I would really like you to go step out in front of a train and get hit by said train. But I know some people are out there, but Steven, trains aren't viable forms of transportation anymore. That's not the case. Just trust me on this. And the last thing I'll say about GamerGate is, like I said, I think... Damn it, wrong one. I think there are serious issues to talk about, but it just seems like the people that GamerGate is focusing on are not the real people that are causing a lot of the problems. I thought that they were going to talk to about some of these companies and the new brand deals and just stuff that actually seems like it's more of an issue. Anita Sarkeesian is just doling out some feminist 101 level stuff, and I don't agree with everything she says, but if that really bothers you, don't ever take a college class that has anything to do with feminism, because you will shit yourself. And I know feminism has kind of become a bad word for some people, but I think at the heart, if you don't believe in equality for women, if you don't think men and women are equal, well, again, you're probably not a very good person, but that's just my opinion. More bubbles. Alright. So, I would recommend from this GamerGate stuff. I think hopefully once this all blows over and the stupidity of the threats stop, there will be some avenues for open conversation about how to do certain things. Oh, okay, the water's drained, so let's hurry up because I don't want to have to climb all that. But there will be some good conversations, hopefully, about how maybe to improve gaming. I hope, at least. That's the theory. And I guess to kind of not help that out, leading into the other thing I was going to talk about. So, there's this new game called Hatred. And I actually remember hearing about it a while back. But I kind of thought it wasn't going to make it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think it was going to actually come out. But I'm not a fan of the trailer and everything that's been released so far. Most people point this out already. It's very reminiscent of 1990s shock value stuff. And if you don't know, in the 90s, there was some big stuff with Mortal Kombat and the Senate and all. And, that's how we got all the ESRB ratings. And I don't think it's a good idea to try to push in this direction, but it's working because obviously they're getting a lot of publicity just from being shock and controversial. You can't say it's not working. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and I saw a lot of people in the business talking about how they hope the game failed, which cool. I kind of hope it fails too. It's just getting them a lot of stuff, and the truth is. I hate to be that person, but sometimes, the best thing to do is just not talk about it. And if you want the game to fail, just don't buy it. Don't buy it. Your friends don't buy it. If you're just curious and you really got to see, this is a game you might actually want to pirate. I didn't tell you to do that, but whatever. Or wait till it's like $1 on Steam. I'm not a fan of it just because. It really does seem like it's going along the veins of like the mass shootings. I don't know why I'm trying to get here. You need the metal suit to get that. Oh yeah, I know where this goes. Hold on. Yeah, can't catch me. Yeah, polygonal bitch. Anyway, but the mass shooting thing. I don't. When I kill people in Grand Theft Auto, there's a story reason why I'm doing it. I don't really want to play a story where the whole point is just, I hate the world, let me go kill. I don't know. It leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. Alright, I was about to say, if I die with that close to a star, I'm going to be pissed. But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, did I show you guys? If you've never played this game before, there's a couple of the different rooms have little hidden things like this. I also love this room, by the way. I may hate this stage, but I love the kind of fish tank stuff in the room if you look at the walls. And this one, there are a couple of secret rooms in the castle. And this is one of the first ones. It's very basic. Basically, you have 8 red coins, and you collect them, and you'll get a star. You know how that works. But you're in like a giant fish tank. I'm not going to discuss the architecture of the castle and wondering where the hell they keep this and all that. I'm sure somebody else will. We'll figure it out. But it's kind of neat to have these little secrets, and once you get them, they're not necessarily free stars, but they're really easy to get. So it adds a little something extra to the game, and if you need those extra couple of stars to get you somewhere through a door, there you go. Okay, so I did some recording stuff and started everything over because I went through and I almost had all 8 red coins. I almost had all 8 red coins. And like I said, that's pretty boring. I know you guys know now that they're on every stage. There's these 8 red coins you can get. But yeah, I saw this one and I remembered where it was. Oh man, I messed up. Gotta do that again. But I remembered where it was and I messed up and I was like, no, I already have 7 of these coins. I'm not going to get this star. So I left the star there, said screw it, and, went went and did this instead. So, or I went and finished getting the A-Ray points, and now I'm back to do this. But I messed up my jump. And the last thing I was going to say about the GamerGate stuff is one thing that's kind of cool that has come from this. Not much cool as, but the gamer positivity hashtag has actually been putting up some really cool stuff. And one of the things that's come from gamer positivity has been the discussion, are you serious? Did I really miss it again? Alright, no, screw this. I'm not re-editing. I'm not cutting anything out. We're gonna go do this again. It's pissing me off. Anyway, but the gamer positivity hashtag on Twitter has some really good stuff. And one thing that's kind of come out of that is talking about what makes a real gamer. And this conversation comes up a lot. If you don't scour the internet and gaming websites and stuff like that, it comes up a lot. And frankly, to me, a gamer is anyone who is passionate about playing games. I have a lot of friends who are passionate about board games. I have a lot of friends who are only passionate about World of Warcraft. But you know what? They know everything about World of Warcraft that you can imagine. And there's a new girl at work. She's very passionate about games. But so far, from what I can tell, it's only Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts. But she knows everything I never wanted to know about Pokemon. And I'm sure there's someone out there who will argue that Pokemon is not a game. I don't know. I'm not really listening to those people. But I asked her something about Zelda, and I was like, please, for the love of God. And in my mind, I'm like, I consider you a gamer. Trust me. But could you please play Ocarina of Time? That's all I'm asking. Maybe a Link to the Past. Just do that for me. But anyway, don't... the moral lesson here is don't hate on people who, you may think are not gamers, because, yeah, you get the point. Alright, I've been rambling enough, and I hate this stage, so next time, something new. Later.